Sergeant First Class Billy Costello, came into the Army in November 2002 as a mechanic. I got to 3rd Group in 2009, got to deploy to Afghanistan. 7 months into it on a dismounted reconnaissance patrol, came into an area that was riddled with IEDs. I ended up putting my foot down right on top of one and blew myself sky high. Immediately was a traumatic amputation of the right leg at the knee. It was pretty tough because, one, you're in a tight, cohesive unit. You're part of the team, and then all of a sudden, bam, this incident happens, and you're getting medevaced out of there, and you see them getting smaller off in the distance. All of a sudden, you're all alone, and you got a different battle to fight. Before I even left Afghanistan, the group commander came in to give me the Purple Heart and said, "Your job now is recovery. Don't worry about that other stuff. We've got something for you when you're done." That had a tremendous impact on me. One, because he gave me a mission. You know, your job is to recover, so I need to do that the best I can, personally, professionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, all that. So I really took that to heart, and I think that was I thank him tremendously for it. It took away the worry of, oh my God, what am I going to do now? You know, is there a place for me still in Special Forces in group? Do they need me anymore? It took that away, and it gave me a focus of, you're gonna have to give a progress report someday on how you've recovered and what you've accomplished. So that was tremendously helpful. I finally arrived at Walter Reed. My wife brought our 2 boys. I think it was really important for my wife to have them there. 1, because she knew I'd want them there with me, and 2, for them, so that they don't have looming questions in their mind of what's going on. I think my wife did a fantastic job. She wanted to prepare my kids, who were at the time 6 and 8. She sat them down, looked up pictures of external fixations on the computer, showed them, hey, this is what an external fixation is. Your daddy's gonna have one on his left leg. This is what an amputation is. Not talking to them like they're just the kids right now, but preparing them as little men to have to go in and face a pretty scary situation. They were really kind of standoffish until I tried to bring them in. You could see them grow up a little bit. They wanted to do what they could to take care of me, like bringing me blankets or asking me if I need my fan adjusted. Can I get anything for you, Daddy? And it gave me an opportunity to see my kids in a different light. I mean, after a couple days, the kids were comfortable in the situation, and it was back to, hey, we're in a hospital, you need to keep it down a little bit. Major Solheim was my company commander when I was injured. He was a tremendous inspiration. I remember the first time I actually met him was on a water jump. We got pulled up into the same boat and looked down, and oh, this guy doesn't have a foot. That's pretty amazing. He was instrumental in helping my family navigate the process. You know, he's already been through it, and he knows what's up, so he gave a lot of good advice. Just getting to know him and realizing that here's a company commander that got shot up and lost his foot. He's getting back in the fight. I personally thought that was amazing because it gives you a different perspective in how resilient we really are and what a warrior mentality really is. It doesn't matter if you lose body parts. If that's inside of you, it's part of your soul, then it shines through no matter what the circumstances are. Partnering up with the Combat Wounded Veteran Challenge, I think, was probably a cornerstone in my recovery because I really didn't know the way things were going to go. Originally, I was going to try and stay in the Army. Through the Combat Wounded Veterans Challenge, I was able to climb Mount Kilimanjaro a year after my injury and really do a self-assessment. I think every special operations soldier that is injured needs to really be challenged about a year after injury so that they can do a self-assessment and they can realize what their standing is. That's what Kilimanjaro did for me. I realized that I can get from A to B, but when I get to B, I'm done. I can do a lot of things, but I can't do exactly what I want to do as a Green Beret anymore. I love the community. I love everything that I've done. I'm proud of my service. I love my team more than you can imagine. And you know, it's tough not getting to go back to that, but making an honest self-assessment, I realized that I need to find another ladder to climb. And doing that, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, helped me make peace with the fact that I need to retire and go on to new horizons. The limitations right now in sports prosthetics is that they're great at what they do for the sport, but that's it. They don't get you to and from the activity. I'm working with St. Petersburg College prosthetic department to develop our own new prosthetic. What we're hoping to do is be able to put a leg on in the morning, go out and spend a day on the water. You know, somebody that just wants to go sailing for the day and might jump in. I got to do some amazing things like hike through the Grand Canyon, but it's all in the name of prosthetic research. Doing that research has been a great part of my recovery. It gives me a focus. Developing this prototype has been great, and we're ready to start constructing this thing and field testing it, and hopefully we produce this knee that is fit for a combat diver. My definition of success is always been the same. It's about achieving your goals, because a goal without a plan or without action is just a wish, right? So if we set goals and work towards achieving them, success happens. I think the guys getting into the hospital now, it's about finding your niche and finding what inspired you beforehand and reapplying it. If your injury is the only filter you see life through, things are going to look bleak. But if you find something else to focus on, it makes all the difference. Find something that you love to dedicate yourself to again, and that opens up so many doors. There's so many wonderful people out there and so many great organizations that want to give you something to focus on, that all you have to do is ask yourself one question: what do I want to focus on? And answer that, and your path is going to be clear cut for you.